Peace, beautiful beings. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you really quickly how I do my fabric braids. You've probably seen me wear them in a few videos and all over my Instagram page. They're super simple. It's just making a braid with my hair, but also braiding some black fabric into it to give the appearance of a longer, thicker braid. And I really like the style versus using hair or weave because it just gives it some sort of a tribal look to it, if you will. So yeah, let's get into it real quick. All right, so my hair has already been detangled and moisturized. So just make sure that you're able to run your fingers through your hair a little bit before you wanna attempt to braid it. And I also like this style because it serves as a protective style for me. So I've been doing it very often. If I wanna have my hair not in a turban or head wrap, then this is my go-to protective style. So yeah, my hair is pretty detangled. I have parted it for the most part, I think. Let's make sure this back part is good. So let's start on the right side. I'm gonna just put this up, tuck that away. And on this side, I like to wet it a little bit so that it's not so puffy. You can get this from anywhere. These were an old pair of black pajama pants that I had, very thin. The pants had holes in them and I just had them for so many years that it was time to get rid of them. So I cut the bottom of the pant leg. I kept this part intact, but then I made it into 3 separate dangly strings here. And you can cut them for however long you want the braid to be. So I made 2 of these. So that's what you're gonna need. And you can use any color if you wanna incorporate some brown or some yellow, red, anything. Then you can get different color fabrics for different styles. I prefer black because it just meshes with my hair very well. Okay, so what I like to do is brush it back. So we're gonna take our brush here. I prefer to have a really neat part and a really neat and slicked back head. I'm gonna tie up this ponytail with the hair tie. So now we have a ponytail with a regular hair tie. And what I do is I take this top part, this one's kind of tall, so I'll fold it over once. Like maybe when you cut yours, just cut it a little bit shorter and closer to where they separate into 3 strings. Okay, so then I will fold it once and twice to make it just a small little piece, but I still have my 3 pieces dangling. And then I will stick this, I'll just take a piece of the hair tie and stick this through it all the way. All right, so now it's attached. This is looking ugly because it's just dangling, but we're gonna deal with it in a second. First, let's do our braid. So, just like you would braid your hair, just gonna take 3 sections of hair, but as you section a piece off, include one of your fabric pieces with it. So here's 1, and here's 2, and here's 3. And now we braid. All right, and then we're gonna tie the end of this one. All right, that's good enough. This ended up getting a little frizzy. I was rushing, so just take your time and make sure all of your hairs are sort of fitting in there. All right, now we're gonna take this little piece and we're just going to wrap it around another piece of the hair tie. So we're just gonna grab another piece in the back. I don't know if you can see that. And we're gonna stick it through there. Okay, and what it should end up looking like is like just a little dome, you know? You just stick that fabric in there, and you can do it as many times. If you have a really long piece sticking out, just pick up a piece of hair tie, stick it in, pick up another piece of hair tie, stick it in, and eventually it'll just be a nice little dome, you know, attached to the braid. And then you have 1 braid. And this one's actually pretty long. Sometimes I will start the strings up. I'll pull the strings up even higher so I have a longer dangly piece, but that my braid will be a little bit shorter. I usually like them to be around here. It looks a little bit more natural. So repeat on the other side. And sometimes I like to end it a little early so that we have this frilly pom-pom at the bottom. Just gives it a different look than any average braid. We're gonna take this little flappy piece and wrap it through another piece of the hair tie. All right, and now we have a nice little dome piece. And there you have it. Now it did turn out a tad bit uneven, but it's not too noticeable. So do make sure that when you cut your pieces, they're even, and also make sure that the amount that you stick up into the hair tie is the same length, or you're gonna get different size or different length braids. But I don't really mind it, no one's paying that much attention. And there you go, you now have what appears to be longer braids than you really would have had. And if you use your hair color or something close to your hair color, obviously it works better with black because it's gonna be hard to find a cloth that is blonde or red or brown that matches your hair perfectly. I think it'd be fun to go to the fabric store and get all different types of fabric and colors and try out different types of styles with the braiding, but I keep it really simple with these. I hope you enjoyed this little hair tutorial, and there will be more coming soon. If you liked it, give a little thumbs up down there. And if you want to see more videos from me, hit that subscribe button down there. And YouTube has sort of changed up their notification systems, so sometimes I'll post a video and you won't even know that I posted one. So hit that little bell next to the subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, browse the Earth on the Medicine channel. I promise you, you will find at least 5 videos that you resonate with. I make videos about so many different things. Alrighty, I will see you soon. Peace.